found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out.
First choice. I'm gonna stop singing, but it's the start six. Running backs, wide receivers. This is week 3, 2021 NFL season, not 2020. Don't check out those videos. Check out these videos. You got
Yeah, really. I don't know what's up with that, but like, what's up
like
with
what,
that, man?
And why do you expect start sits from week 3 on a Monday on week 2? That doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
We're
Like, look up
working.
2021 week 3 start sits, and first choice is the first choice. So select us and like, comment, share, subscribe. By the way, but
yeah, our record is only like 4 under 500. We're doing 3 under 500.
yeah. Speaking of records,
between the three of us,
what are?
But
our
I'm
records?
2 over 500, so like I'm clearly the superior.
The one to ignore.
Yes.
Downfall.
Regression to the mean.
Yeah.
That's why I got a hot week.
I got some deep, not necessarily deep players. Well, yeah, pretty deep players. Pretty risky.
Let's hear it, Brandon.
Let's hear your first.
Yeah,
I feel pretty confident.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I mean, this one's not as deep, but Tyson Williams against Detroit. I mean, let's be honest. Tyson looked like the best running back on that roster, aside from Lamar. And they're facing Detroit, and they're going to be able to really move the ball the way they're always going to be able to move the ball, and that's running the ball with their running backs and Lamar Jackson. Not really much need for passing the ball. I think Tyson Williams is going to be.
Packers ran the ball against them. The Packers line is actually made out of cheese. That is not just a joke.
Yeah.
Cheeseheads.
But
literally.
Tyson Williams is a solid start this week. The
second one,
a little bit of a risky one. However, I think it's going to end up being a good, solid, high-scoring game. It's going to be Nyheim Hines against Tennessee. At Tennessee.
Nyheim
Hines, bro. It's going to be a good game. No, he had a week off last week. He had a week off. He just got signed to a contract. He was probably partying. Didn't really do much last week, but Tennessee's defense hasn't really shown much at all the first 2 weeks. And Hines is used. I don't know. I just got a good feeling about him, really. When you're talking about a guy like Nyheim Hines, there's not much statistical stats you can really put into it. Not that like we provide much of that, but
I got a logical explanation real quick.
All right,
Wentz is going to be immobile in a wheelchair practically, so he's just going to dump it off to the close person line of scrimmage when Nyheim Hines every game.
Counterpoint, Wentz check down oxymoron.
Yes. Wentz makes all offensive linemen look like children.
Makes players look bad.
Looks players around him look bad, and the linemen look like children.
I'm not really getting that one.
Those are my starts.
All right, boys, you ready for this one? Real quick. I know the CEH owners out there are panicking right now, but it's fine.
Give me some
you
relief.
can start him this week because I don't know if y'all are paying attention, but the Chargers got gashed on the ground by the Cowboys. They are missing some depth on defense on the line. They got gashed, so look for CEH to do some gashing. If he doesn't, panic. If he doesn't break 12 points or some shit like that, panic, because the end is near. My next start is Elijah Mitchell. Assuming he plays, I'm assuming he's going to play because, like, the shoulder, he came back to the Eagles-Niners game, so I'm assuming he's fine. And he's also the only guy in that running back room that's healthy. So, Green Bay is not shown, like, to be very good at stopping the run, and the Niners run the ball a lot. So I would look for Mitchell to have like a pretty solid game this week.
Facts. That's why Xavier's trade for him. But anyway.
Well, he wants to trade us Jamal Williams.
All right, let me.
Tell me why Kenyon Drake is getting a start.
What you want to hear? You want to hear something that's juicy and it's really bad. So Kenyon Drake is probably one of the worst running backs in the NFL as far as running the ball, right?
You're not doing a good start, Travis.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Is he going to run the ball a lot? Probably. stats. Another, just hear me out real quick. So Josh Jacobs actually still banged out. Whoa, he's banged up. He's banged up. He's still banged
out of this world.
up. He's hurt. He's hurt still. Kenyon Drake might still be a starting running back next week. If not, he's still going to play in the slot and has his receiving work cut out for him. You know, he's going to get those targets like he has past 2 weeks. And if he does get a touchdown, which I would hope sometime soon is going to happen because he has 0 touchdowns the first 2 weeks, and they've scored a decent amount of points. The Raiders have, and if Josh Jacobs is out, that's even better chance that Ken Drake gets 6 points right there on top of the catches and the yards that he has, and he has to be a slightly more efficient, just slightly 8 carries for 3 yards per carry. That's 2.4 points right there. That's like you quadruple that. He projected what, 8 points, 9 points.
100%.
Probably not a
100%.
lot.
I think Josh Jacobs has been ruled out. I thought.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, Sleeper says he's out, but then the most
could've just
recent
meant for last week.
notification says that he's questionable to face
That
development.
it probably still just
Yeah.
lists that because today's Tuesday and it still has some of the matchup stuff from last week, so it's probably talking about last week.
For clarity purposes, it is Tuesday. So if this
That's
video
today's
gets out
yeah.
Thursday morning and Josh Jacobs is fine and he's looking like Jesus again, then Kenny Drake probably shouldn't be started with confidence. But
Has he ever looked like Jesus? Maybe
well, Jesus,
Moses?
I heard his middle name is Jesus, Josh Jesus Jacobs sometimes, but it's only week ones in the past 2 seasons, not
Josh
this year.
Jesus
But
Jacobs.
yeah, sometimes, but not
That's
this
rough.
week. I wouldn't say probably Kenyon Jesus Drake, but the other
So
guy is
JJJ.
So let's hear about Chase Jesus Edmonds.
Chase Jesus Edmonds. That's actually more like Chase Allah Edmonds.
Allah.
Change religions real quick. But anyway, he's playing against Jacksonville. Last week I did the whole Broncos thing against Jacksonville. I didn't play out to my liking because John Vontae Williams didn't get a touchdown. Simple as that. He didn't get a breakaway run either. But I
Just
think
keep
Chase
doing it.
Edmonds, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this week for sure.
Keep doing
James Conner is looking like a bum lately. Chase Edmonds can put in some work. The offensive line hasn't been bad. It's been average, and that's good enough for Chase Edmonds. And then you got Kyler Murray in the backfield, kind of looking like a joystick, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the focus is on him. Meanwhile, Chase Edmonds right up the middle for like a 25-yard gain. That's 2.5 points. Get him some 10 points, and you're confident with that. You know, it's Chase Edmonds. And touchdown, maybe something like that. So, Chase Edmonds, I like him. Even though I don't like him, I like him this week.
I honestly, out of all these starts, I like Chase Edmonds quite a bit. Probably like second compared to Tyson Williams. But yeah,
Your CH stock is just plummeting inside your own head.
hey, I try not to jinx myself.
So can I get him for like a third in our dynasty then?
I'm just gonna allow
Good
you to
third.
speak the truth
fab
about
dollars.
CEH, and I would act
He
like I
sucks.
don't believe it. I
All right,
have
let's get to some.
last week I was
We project to suck.
yelling the gospel of Devin Singletary. Yes, this is a religious show this week.
Nowadays,
But this week, Singletary is playing Washington. It's going to be a tough matchup. I mean, he's going to be utilized the same amount, but I don't see him doing much against this defense. And then another guy, this one I see being a little risky. If you got Damian Harris, he's been getting a lot of carries, so you may be questioning why I would say to sit him. But New Orleans defense against the run is pretty solid, and I don't know. I just don't got good feelings about him. A lot of these start sets, I'm not gonna lie, they're feeling based, and sometimes that's just the way things are.
You know who I don't have good feelings about?
Who's that? I like this one.
Antonio Gibson.
Yeah,
Because
I like
despite
that
Ron
one.
Rivera telling me that it's Christian McCaffrey, he appears to not be using him like Christian McCaffrey. He appears to think that he is Carlos Hyde. So until that changes, I will definitely not be starting against Buffalo because they have a fantastic defense. Taylor Heineke is playing, I think, so they're going to be losing within like the first 5 minutes, which means J.D. McKissick is going to play like 145 snaps. I'm also not too big on Darrell Henderson this week because Tampa has a very menacing front seven. I don't know if he's going to keep getting touchdowns to sustain us. He can. Rams are good. But he's also a little banged up. That kind of worries me.
Gonna say
Michelle
that.
played a lot of the game last week. I don't know what his health is. We might have a more clear outlook on that later on in the week. But I would be a little bit worried if I were you.
Yeah, that's hard because like Henderson, if it was any other team, I'd say that's an auto sit, but it's the Buccaneers, so I feel like this is
The
going
auto
to be
start.
auto sit. I would sit him because I'm sketched out about his injury, and I feel like they've got Sony Michelle. They traded for him.
You're saying
And I think-
Tampa's the one team you would start him on?
I wouldn't
Against?
necessarily start him, but I feel more comfortable starting him because I feel like they're going to want the best players out there. Like if they're playing like a lower level team,
I mean, I would
They're
hope
not
they're
gonna
not going to
risk a
jeopardize
re-injury.
Daryl Henderson's health in week 3
well, I mean, at this point, it's not really jeopardizing his health. It's just
one of the best
it's a
front sevens in
pain
the league.
aspect. Like I feel like he can play with a bruised
He's having a
rib.
ribbon.
It's just that it'll hurt, and I feel like is it worth getting hurt playing the Lions or is it worth getting hurt playing the Buccaneers? That's what I see.
But is it worth getting tackled by Levante David 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage each play?
No,
We'll find
it's
out.
not.
He'll probably score. You
But
should start.
In
Hey,
all,
here you go.
I like this. I like both of your sets. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Henderson, 20 points.
Ed. With a guy who's going to get 0 points, probably not. But Mike Davis against the Giants. The Giants' defense is front seven is kind of. I'm going to do something real quick that I hope you guys don't mind. Stout. The front seven's kind of stout. It's been kind of stout, but sorry for that one. But yeah, I don't like Mike Davis either, and I do think they can be passing the ball a lot. And Cordell Patterson's a very decent receiving back.
Apparently, the new Mike Davis.
It seems that way, but with a better number and cooler hair and a cooler name.
Mike
And
Davis is
cooler
getting
history.
Mike Davis's. Mike
Like-
Davis.
Taller, more
Simple.
handsome, you know.
Let's talk about
I
more
don't-
handsome. Kenny
I don't like your
Gainwell.
second one, but I'm listening.
Kenny Gainwell, my guy, is going to be has nothing to do with it, but kind of does.
I was
Miles
gonna
Sanders is my sit.
I was gonna say what?
Miles Sanders is my sit because he's getting touches inside the middle of the field where I think they'll be passing the ball a lot against Dallas. And I think Dallas's defense is rather good, contrary to popular belief and popular fiction because it's fake beliefs that people have. And just sit Miles Sanders this week with
Defense isn't good.
we shall see how Miles Sanders performs. I said the Eagles defense was good at stopping the run last week too, and you bashed me for that one, buddy.
And it happened.
Elijah Mitchell, yeah, they
It
showed up.
happened.
Didn't I say that we would probably be willing to concede some rushing yards in order to prevent the deep shots? Now they just ended up rushing like only. So like,
Miles Sanders is just going to be on the bench this week.
Miles Sanders.
Only.
sleeping.
Solely sit Miles Sanders.
That's fine.
All
All
right.
right. Let's talk about some receivers.
Let's
do
hear the
it.
S's, Alex. Let's hear the S's.
Okay, Sterling Shepard. And you know what this is? This is about me writing a wall
Sterling.
because I sat him last week and I'm upset about it. I got away with it, luckily, just barely. But
I called that one.
I mean, I got accepted. He's the wide receiver one there. It's not even a question to me. As long as he's on the team, he should probably be started, especially against the freaking Falcons. I'm also going to go with Donovan Peoples-Jones for dumpster diving a little bit. But, Landry's out. Ed has Odell as a start, so I guess
No, I
Odell's
don't.
playing. But, okay. I was going to say, I
You-
believe that
You
Odell is
followed it
going
up
to play
with Bebe.
when I see it.
Stick with that.
He always starts getting Holiday.
Oh, Galladay.
disgusting.
Now.
But I'm looking for my man DPJ to make a splash play or two. I know I sat Mayfield. If you watched the quarterback tight ends video, which you probably did, but if you want to, it's probably should be out there somewhere. Feel free to click on that. But yeah, I like it, and because we're using sleepers projected points to grade ourselves, they probably have him projected for like 2 points. So you can't go wrong.
DPJ.
Well, I can't go
Don't
wrong. You can go
play
very wrong.
Jones. All right.
His name is
for the
Donovan
real
Peoples-Jones.
start set starting now.
Where's fucking Watkins?
That was just fake. He was joking. So don't back out of this episode.
Wait.
These are the
Typed it.
huh?
Huh?
What's going on, Brandon? Who you starting?
Yeah, Brandon, who are you starting?
The real start
You better be
sets,
starting
the
Quez
ones that you
Watkins.
need
You already-
to listen to is KJ Osborne.
Not good. It is
This-
still there.
The Minnesota Vikings defense has not played up to par. The Seattle offense has been fire, as they always are in the beginning of the season. So this is going to be a fast-paced, well, not necessarily fast-paced, but I can see it being a very good offensive game. Now, if both teams decide to just run the ball the entire time, which is it could actually happen because they both are obsessed with running. But no, in this situation, I see KJ Osborne. Yes, he's the number 3 wide receiver on this team, but it's going to be a good offensive game on both sides of the ball. And KJ Osborne reach down deep into the bench or waivers and pick him up, start him in the flex. He will put up some decent points. And then you got Quez Watkins against Dallas. I'm doing it. This defense is notorious for being bad.
It can happen. It can happen.
And Quez Watkins has literally week 1 and week 2 has done fantastic and then just has vanished. It's a little concerning, so it's a little risky doing this. But if you're looking for a boom play, Quez Watkins, I've been really liking what I've been seeing.
He's going to catch one of these bombs. The unfortunate part is that it's going to be Devontae Smith catching that bomb, so you're going to come up empty-handed. But I like it. I like the enthusiasm.
It's going to be Quez, Mr. Watkins.
Well, I'd rather start him than this next guy. So Ed, let's hear it.
So the next guy is somebody who is bound to bounce back. I had Aaron Rodgers.
He's not bound.
He's more bound than Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins is not going to keep up this efficiency. I can guarantee you. I would bet $100 on it right now. That Marcus.
What efficiency? He's played 2 games.
Who? Quez Watkins?
Watkins.
Are you telling me that 50 yards per target is?
He's got like 5 targets.
50 yards per target is not is going to stick, I would say.
Brandon's just saying he could catch a deep pass next week. I would agree with it. Very well could happen. We're bound to connect on one of these for a touchdown. I mean, got to get a 91.
Well, then why would you? Then what is wrong with Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who's getting more deep targets than Quez Watkins?
Because he sucks.
Good.
How does he suck and Quez Watkins does not suck? That doesn't make any sense. That's very biased.
Anyway,
Marquez Valdes-Scantling has multiple games of actually performing and having numbers like he did last season against San Francisco, who he plays this week again. So keep an eye out for that. Probably the 50 yards and touchdown like he had last season. Anyway, don't hate on Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He's better than Quez Watkins this week. I can guarantee you that.
I'm going to hate on Kenny Galladay.
You can hate on Kenny Galladay all you want, but if you watch the game, you've seen that he got targets and they were fingertips away every single time. And if he actually caught those things, and if like the execution was just that much closer, he would have been a wide receiver. He would have been top 20 wide receiver last week. So keep that in mind. He's playing against, who is it this week? Atlanta? Yeah. Definitely expect him to have a good week. Sterling Shepard's not a bad start, but I would take Kenny Galladay over him just based on the fact that I think he's going to bounce back this week.
That would require Jones to throw the ball near him, which is a bold assumption. But
I had him as a start initially, so Daniel Jones. Yeah,
these are they're risky, but I feel like we're all going more risky with it this week. I like it. I like to see that we're not taking some easy shots.
So speaking of which, before we do get into whatever it is, I did want to say Sterling Shepard is a sit of mine this week, solely for the fact that I think Kenny Galladay is going to dominate. And Evan Ingram might be back as well, so that might take out some targets from Shepard. But what are you saying?
Well, we're moving on anyway. Go ahead. Who's your next sit?
Yeah.
Oh, my next
first official sit.
My next
his next one is even bolder, right?
It is even bolder because everyone thinks he's
I don't know
Jesus.
whether to say that I like it or don't. He's not Jesus, man. He's just good. I feel like this is the Deebo Samuel cycle. Deebo Samuel does amazing. Everyone's like, oh my God, he's actually really good. He gets hurt. We forget about it. But we're currently in the first cycle where he's destroying NFL defenses just with ease because he's a monster.
And Brandon Ayuk.
The question is, will he continue to be healthy? Which I hope.
Will he continue to be a monster this week? I will say no.
You say yes.
I will sit him with confidence this week.
All right, Ed's sitting with confidence. Brandon,
Okay, so I guess these
you're
might
sitting
not
with
be.
Brandon.
Yeah, I'm sending to Brandon. I would sit two Brandons, Brandon Cooks and Brandon Ayuk, but we all aren't sitting, or we all aren't playing Brandon Ayuk after 2 weeks of just getting just disrespected by Debo Samuel.
Jesus. Don't forget
Uh,
about the middle name.
yeah, Debo Jesus Samuel.
Hey man, I gave you guys an explanation for this. It's not my fault if you don't want to accept it.
I've accepted it. Actually, I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping that's the reason. I'm hoping
Garoppolo sucks, but
Shanahan's
Garoppolo's
not
still
just
starting,
like
so that's
wearing
Garoppolo
blinders.
sucks. That's the reason. If he could throw the ball to Ayuk, he would be more productive. He can't.
But Ayuk hasn't even been in the game. Okay, Brandon Cooks is a freaking sit because Carolina's defense is actually good. They're good. And Brandon Cooks, although he
Davis Mills.
is always consistent as all freaking hell, like every year, even though he's on like the worst, projected to be the worst offensive team in the league, he's still solid. I don't even like. I'm legitimately still a little like sketched putting him as a sit because Brandon Cooks literally does good. Like it doesn't matter.
Counterpoint: Brandon Cooks is going to get 54 targets.
Exactly.
I might be undershooting. He got
targets from Mills.
14
I don't
last
even.
week.
What's
I'm
his
pretty
first
sure
name?
they. Huh?
What's the quarterback's
Davis
first name?
Mills.
Davis Mills. Yeah, Davis Mills. That's.
He's going to have like
all I got.
25 pass attempts, and like 30 of them are going to go to Cooks.
Yeah. And yeah, but if you're lucky enough to get Cooks late in the draft, I mean, I'd still hold on to him. Wait until Taylor comes back.
She's up for 3 weeks, supposedly.
Yeah, it's rough.
IR.
But then again, if you took Cooks, most likely you're not relying on him, unless you took Brandon Ayuk too.
And Gus Edwards and Michael
And
Gallup.
Gus Edwards and Gallup would be after, but Corey Davis, he's a set. The Denver Broncos defense is stout. They're good. They're a good defense. They've got great cornerbacks. And I can see Zach Wilson struggling, although I remember that one year when we thought Denver's defense was great, and then I think it was Sam Darnold lit up the Denver Broncos. I think this was like a year or so.
All right, well, there we go. This fits in perfectly. Zach Wilson comes in, lights up the Broncos. Corey Davis catches 6 touchdowns.
Well, Corey Davis won't be
Perfectly
the person
reasonable.
catching those touchdowns. It'll be their tight end Croft. Yeah.
Probably.
It's a shame, but it's going to happen. Now, Corey Davis is a set. It's going to be sketchy to play him, so don't play him. Yeah, that's my sits.
Let's hear about bold people. Let's hear it.
Allen freaking Robinson. If I'm an Allen Robinson owner, I am concerned. Where is the man been? Did Matt Nagy forget? Did he think that he left in free agency? Did no one tell him that he's still on the team? Did he forget how to catch footballs thrown by Justin Fields? What's going on there? But that's concerning. 4 targets, one of them a drop touchdown. That would have juiced the numbers a little bit. But
a little better.
I like it, man. It's scary. What if like Denzel Ward just follows him around the whole game? Is that something that he does? I don't fucking know. I don't watch the Browns. But like Greg Newman, the other solid corner, they got good defense. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Good defense. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably can't sit him, but I'll just be here in hindsight to tell you that you were wrong.
Side belief for those that are scared. Trade for Allen Robinson for those who aren't scared. Trade for Allen Robinson.
I would trade for him. Who has?
He'll be back.
I'll go get it right now.
I'll have him after this video. So
I'm just telling you to sit for this.
Make a move.
Also sit Juju because I know Deontay might not play, but you know what? Fucking sticking with it because I don't know what Deontay's situation is. We've mentioned this, but today is Tuesday. And I haven't really said anything. I'm hoping he's good. By the way, what the fuck were you guys thinking? You're down by 9.
Yeah.
Maybe do the math there because there are no 9-point scoring plays, especially not on your side of the 50. The last time I checked, that doesn't work out ever. So good move there. But I'm still not loving Juju's like average depth of target is approximately the line of scrimmage. That's not good, and I don't think he's going to get too many rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, another team
in-
that was just did something so strange
Yeah.
in like the last seconds of the game was the Seattle game. I don't know if you guys saw it, but like it was like 3 seconds left on the clock. It looked like they were gonna throw a Hail Mary, and then they literally just dumped it down to Tyler Lockett, and he just ran 40 yards and like fell over. No attempt at a lateral, no attempt at anything. There's no way it was 3 seconds was up like before he even caught the ball. So they literally just passed it to him to get him more yards.
Wasn't that at the end of regulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had overtime coming up.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, what
What if he allowed it and it got returned for a touchdown? All right, all I know is
Very
we
unlikely. And
have
there's-
seen this short dump off result in a touchdown before. Do you not remember the Miami game with Gronk a couple years ago playing safety?
Crazy. But there is the
Kenyon Drake,
threat of a
start of the week.
lateral. There was zero threat of any type
Well,
of attempt
maybe
at
you
any-
lateral and it gets picked off. All I'm saying is that like that was a tie game. They have reason to not fumble the ball at midfield. Steelers were down
and the
9.
Steelers had a chance.
Apparently. All right, man. Let's rattle these. All right,
Yeah.
who's best
Oh,
running
yeah.
back this week?
I'm calling for a bounce back. Saquon Barkley bouncing back against Atlanta.
Gonna go with the chalkiest of chalk. C-Mac against Houston's not existent front.
I'm going Austin Eckler because he's getting goal line work and he's getting receptions. The moon is the ceiling.
I like it.
The moon.
All right.
All right,
best wide
receiver. I'm gonna have Cooper Kupp for like the second week in a row because he's
Damn.
clearly just the best player in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it otherwise.
I'm going
And
with
he's gonna
Keenan
catch
Allen.
2 touchdowns a week.
Going with Keenan Allen against the Chiefs divisional round matchup.
Doubling down
Yeah.
on Keenan Allen. Like
Yeah, gotta double down.
did not work last week, so we'll try again. Ed,
Ed, what is Ed doing?
Ed's
Well, unless
changing his
he's gonna
answer, it
change
seems
his
like.
mind again. It's the
That
third
is-
time this episode.
Oh,
Ed
Ed's
is with Brandon Keenan Allen, so we want to see
Oh
on this week.
yes. I like it. Just like you like us. As you hit the thumbs up,
if you do, I don't feel
you
appreciated.
subscribe and do it all. Yeah, let's do it. Share it with your friends. League
Don't.
mates.
Don't share with anybody because we want them to, have our
see us.
advice. And, well, no, because they don't want to share their edge with other people, because we give them an edge because we're so good at what we do.
Well,
'Cause
yeah,
we're the
we're
first choice.
really good. We're first choice, your first choice, even my own first choice. So
Results
that's
may
okay.
vary.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Later on, fellas.